Hey guys, we are doing some vampire nails today. This was my test run. I liked the way it looked. So we're going to do some removal, prep, a little overlay, and then we'll do our nails. Hello, hello, hello. This is Kat, and this is Kat's Claws. Welcome to another video on my channel. So this is my old set. It's probably about 4 to 5 weeks. Held up pretty good. Not too bad. I've got a lot of growth and I lost one of the gems. So let's start with taking these off. So I am going to use my dust collector. So I'm just covering it with a paper towel. I'm going to start with my tornado bit. This is one of my favorite bits. And this I'm going to use to take off the bulk of the nails. So I've got this set at about, I think it was like 9,000 RPMs. With this bit, it's really easy to take almost all of the product off. As you can see. Also the tornado bit, because it's got that point at the top, it really helps with getting into these sidewalls and just making sure that I'm getting around the cuticles without touching my natural nail. It's also great for removing little gems. As you can see, pop that baby off and continuing on with the removal. So let's finish up here and then we'll be back for the next step. So I figured I'd show you removal because it is a short video. So we'll go through the steps that I take just to take all my nails off. So it is still rough, obviously, around the cuticles. So first thing, I'm going to shorten my nails with my new clippers. So all I do to shorten them is I just clip. I like them pointy, so clip one side, clip the other side, and repeat step on all nails. And once that's done, I'm starting to use my mini sanding band. So it's got, I think it's like a 180 grit sanding band on it. And I just use this to clean up any of the color still left around my sidewalls and my cuticles. And I start to get a little bit closer to the cuticle area just to rough up some of the natural nail as well. I do leave pushing back my cuticles till the end. So here I am just taking off a little bit of the dead skin as well while I'm doing this. And this bit is awesome for just getting into those little spaces. And I do have fairly large nail beds. And this works beautifully. So for anyone who has smaller nail beds, this is even nicer and easier to use. So now I'm going to push back all my cuticles, and you can see there's still some of that dead skin there. I don't know, my cuticles are actually kind of looking a little rougher than normal. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's the weather change maybe. So here I'm just going to push them back on all my nails. I am only showing you my left hand because I'm working with my dominant hand. And then we'll be ready to go in for the final cuticle cleanup. So I'm going to use this bit here just because I thought it needed a little bit of a stronger cuticle bit just because of all the sort of extra protein growth and cuticles there. So I'm also taking off any of the lifted, any like pieces that still look white around the cuticle area, just to make sure there is no lifting. So let's finish up here and then we'll come back for the next step of our prep. Okay, so all done. I am going to do an overlay today with just a rubber base, and then just because my nails are so short, and then I'm going to use this 5D cat eye gel that I showed you, I think, in the beginning by Your Sugar. So my nails are cleaned, wiped off with some alcohol, and I'm going in with my KIRSTY MEAKIN primer. So just making sure that I get it on all of my nail. You don't have to do the whole nail, but I like to do the whole nail because I just think it helps with the bonding. So I do the natural nail and all the way down and cap my free edges. And this stuff, I think I've said it a million times, is amazing. It's probably the best primer I've ever used, and I love the packaging as well. So the bottle's really beautiful, which helps as well, just because I'm a sucker for marketing anyways. So we're going to finish up here, and then I am going to use the rubber base just to do an overlay, just to protect the length of my nails, and to fill in a little bit of the cuticle area there where there's new nail growth. So this stuff is pretty thick, very gloopy. So I'm just doing a slip layer, just making sure to cover the whole nail with this. Making sure that it's extending all the way over my free edge, capping all those free edges. And then I'm turning it to the side just to see where there is some new nail growth by the cuticle. And I'm just filling in that part with the rubber base. So I just decided to do this as sort of a quick overlay instead of doing like a builder in a bottle or the one step, which I would normally use, just to see how it would work. And it turned out pretty good. I did wear the nails just with the rubber base overlay for about a week, and then cleaned them up again and got them all ready for our blood red vampire nails, which we're going to be doing in just a second. So here I'm just making sure that the full nail is covered. It is very gloopy, this rubber base. I know rubber bases are normally a bit thicker, but this one is very thick. So I had to sort of fiddle around with it for a little bit just to make sure that I had every area covered. There was no indents. I don't think I show it on camera, but after this, I do shape them. So I do go in with my sanding band just to shape all the nails and make sure I do my best to make it, make everything even. So let's finish up, and then we'll be back. Okay, so the nails are done and ready. So that was just an overlay with the YOKEFELLOW rubber base, and it actually turned out pretty nice. They look pretty natural, actually. So these are the colors I'm working with today. So I did want to do a test nail. You saw it at the beginning. So we're going to do that here, and then we'll get into doing these blood red vampire nails on myself. So I thought about using this Light Elegance cordial cherry color, which would have been another option. For the tips, I'm going to use this glitter gel. It's called Lover's Lane. It's a beautiful gel with some like little sparkle pieces in it. But for the base of the nail, I decided to go with this Your Sugar 5D cat eye gel. So it is in a blood red, like a burgundy. And I just wanted to see what it would look like in contrast to using the cherry cordial. So I start just with 1 or 2 coats of this. It does look a little different on a longer nail, I will admit. So this is just to give you an idea of what it looks like on a longer almond nail. So after the 1 coat, I go in with my magnet just to push around some of those pieces so that it's got a little bit of a magnetic hue to it. And then I take the Lover's Lane. I did cure the first layer. And then I'm doing sort of like a French kind of design, but it doesn't have to be specific. It can be messy. So just doing the tips of the nails and then sort of tapping in like an ombre so it kind of meshes a little bit with the red. Okay, so now we're going to start with my nails. So same thing. I'm taking the 5D cat eye gel by Your Sugar, and I'm going to do a 1 coat on camera, 2 coats off. I did find that 1 coat was a little too light. You can kind of see that happening here, right? So I do 1 coat, magnetize, cure. I bring them out. I do a 2nd coat, magnetize, and cure before we go on to the next step. So here I'm just showing you the 1 coat. I'm using my Madame Glam application brush. This brush is really nice. It's got these perfect little curved corners that get into most of the grooves. And then I go over any missed spots with my little liner brush, which I think, yep, I'm getting right here. So any pieces that I missed on my free edges, I just go in, fill those in. If I'm a little too far from the cuticle, I go and try to clean that up. If it's a little uneven, I try to clean it up. So this liner brush is a godsend for any spots that you miss. And I do have sort of like skin that is a little bit close to my sidewalls, so it's hard to pull it back when I'm doing my own nails. So this really helps with that aspect. Okay, so let's magnetize. Okay, so done. 2 coats out of the lamp. So I'm going in with Lover's Lane. That's the Light Elegance. It is a gel. It's a nice, beautiful, thick, like a blackish midnight with sparkles and glitter pieces in it. So it's really beautiful. I'm just using my application brush just to get the tips of the nails. I should have done this a little darker. I was a little too, I don't know, conservative, I guess, with the way I was using it on this hand. So I'm just kind of, it's a bit like a French, but I don't need any specific border, right? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my, oh my gosh, what do you call it? My ombre brush, just to kind of ombre the bottom into the middle of the rest of the nail so that it kind of flows a little better. They're vampire nails, so this is like blood dripping from the tips of my nails is what I was thinking about when I did this. And the glitter is, I don't know how it glitters in the sunlight, how it glitters in general. Anyways, let's finish off with this part, and then we'll finish these babies off. Okay. Okay, so that's our test nail, and that's what it looks like finished on my shorties today. So these are our blood red vampire nails. Just getting ready for the Halloween season, right? So let's go over what we used again. So I started with the KIRSTY MEAKIN primer, and then I did my overlay with YOKEFELLOW rubber base. I did my base color with the 5D Cat Eye Gel by Your Sugar. It is number UR06. And then for the tips of my nails, I used Light Elegance's Lover's Lane, which is like that black with sparkly bits in it. I did go over the nails with a matte top coat first to seal everything in, and then I went over again with my Beetles top coat. It's just a very thick top coat, so it just gave me a little bit extra strength on my nails. I decided to use it for this one. So these are all of the products that we used today. The only thing missing in this lineup here is the primer, KIRSTY MEAKIN's primer, but you remember what that looks like. And these are the final nails. So my right hand, I did off camera, obviously. You saw me do my left. I'll go over some of the differences that I noticed after, but I did grab my Gelish Cuticle Oil just to make sure that I'm putting the moisture back into my cuticles and my nails. So I'm just putting it over my cuticles, and then you'll see that when I rub it in, I get it all in the sidewalls and even under my nails, because I have a pretty high eponychium. So I just try to make sure that it's nice and oily under there as well when my nails are finished. I also use olive oil sometimes for this, and I find it works really well. And your well, it's natural, first of all, and then your fingers smell really great. I don't know. I love the smell of olive oil on my hands, but this one is nice too. So there we go. Nails are finished and looking beautiful. What do you think? They look like blood red vampire nails? They do to me. All right, so let's go over some of the differences. I'm going to show you the nails again. So my whole vision with these was, I've been watching Vampire Diaries again, and you know, I don't know, for anyone who's watched it, you know when they rip the heart out? So these are the nails. They've ripped a heart out, and the tips are like the blood sort of dripping off the tips of the nails. You can see that my right hand, when I did it, you see that thumb right there? It's darker than my other hand. I did put a little more of the gel around the tip for those, and I probably should have done it the same way on my first hand to match my test nail a little better. Actually, in fact, I think my right hand is even darker than my test nail. But I just noticed that one side is slightly lighter than the other. Doesn't matter, just depends what you prefer. I could have ombre'd some of these darker ones a little bit more, so maybe somewhere in the middle would have been great for all nails. And there we have it. So that's our video for today. I did combine, obviously, removal, test nail, and just doing my own nails. So first Halloween set, blood red vampire nails on my little shorties. Let me know what you think. I don't know, would you have done anything differently? I was inspired, I should put this in here, by Selena Ryden's latest, I think it was her latest video, where she does a little bit of nail art. She's testing out some of the new Light Elegance colors for fall. And I really liked sort of the idea she went with. And seeing as I've been obsessed with watching Vampire Diaries again, it just sort of bounced out at me. Blood red, dripping vampire nails. And that's what we got for today. All right, so thank you everyone for stopping by. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you are not subscribed for more content. I do really appreciate everyone. I love reading your comments. I love watching your videos if you're you have your own channels, and I just love sharing my art with you. So, all right, guys. See you next time.